All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Lakers video. They play the Sacramento Kings tonight, but I want to talk about a couple of different things, particularly their god-awful defense. Now, I still believe that the Lakers are going to win the championship this year. There's no way they're done making moves. Their roster right now, it won't be the same roster by the trade deadline, won't be the same roster by the buyout market deadline. They're going to make the adjustments that they need to make, but right now in this evaluation phase, they didn't really anticipate to be 11-11. Like, who really thought that the Lakers, 22 games in, would look like this? You know, despite the injuries, they would be 11-11 with just a horrible defense and some major offensive issues. Not great. But before we get into this video, guys, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button down below. Love hearing from you guys. If you want to drop a comment, be sure to do that. I try to respond to them all. Thank you guys for 9,000 subscribers. We hit it this afternoon, so thank you guys so much. Tonight's going to be really fun. I do plan on watching that Suns-Warriors games and doing a recap. That's game of the year so far. But particularly, I want to talk about the defense because, you know, I look at this defensive team and I see a lot of lapses. Russell Westbrook primarily. You got Carmelo Anthony, you know, Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, pretty much their entire bench outside of, you know, THT. THT is a solid defender. Russell Westbrook has never been asked to defend in his entire NBA career. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and on the defensive end, Russell Westbrook doesn't do it for me. Carmelo Anthony, never in his entire career has he been asked to play defense. Now they're asking these guys to play defense. They're not good defenders. So there's immediately an issue right there. What can they do moving forward? I think that they're going to have to start making some moves unless one of these guys, one of these rotational players starts to make an impact. Kent Bazemore's down with injury right now. He's not too bad. He can shoot the three ball, can't really shoot right now, and he can play some defense. But is that who you want? I don't know. Not me. I wouldn't want Kent Bazemore as my starting shooting guard if I'm trying to win a championship. Avery Bradley's interesting because if this was an Avery Bradley when he was like 28 years old, if this was like the last year of Boston Avery Bradley, we're talking. Avery Bradley can score, he can defend, but at this point in his career, like, there's a reason that the Golden State Warriors waived him a couple years ago. There's a reason. There is a reason. Starting, what did he get the other night? 18 minutes. I know he's not going to play like 25, 30 minutes every single night, but, you know, offensively, he's been horrid this entire year. I dealt with him on the Houston Rockets last year. There's just, I don't think that there's enough there anymore in Avery Bradley's career to be the starting shooting guard on your team. If the Lakers had KCP, even Danny Green, I'd even take Danny Green at this point in his career. But if the Lakers had KCP, we talked about this in the offseason, if the Lakers had KCP, they would probably be golden right now. 3-and-D, can do more than just shoot threes, but he's a very good three-point shooter. It's not like Avery Bradley and Russell Westbrook. You have to respect his three ball. You're not going to not respect KCP's three ball. With guys like Avery Bradley, maybe they're respecting it a little bit, but especially with a guy like Russell Westbrook, and you see this, once you notice it, once you're aware of this, you'll realize it. Defenders don't care. Like, unless he gets into the paint, or unless it's in the transition, they'll let him shoot. Obviously, the mid-range game, that's a little bit of a different situation, but I'm talking help defense. So let's say the ball is going to LeBron James on the other end, and the whole defenders, they just kind of shift towards him. They're going to leave Russell Westbrook with a ton of room, because if Russell Westbrook's going to beat you, they're like, teams are okay with having Russell Westbrook beat you, because he's probably not going to be able to do it on his own. If Russell Westbrook has 8 wide open threes every single game, he's not going to take all 8 shots. Maybe he'll take, what did he take the other night? 3. Maybe he'll take like 3 or 4, and maybe he will make 1. So you're going to live with that. So you can give extra help to whoever else has the ball, and you can leave a guy like Russell Westbrook wide open on the perimeter because he's not useful there. He is literally not useful there. Also, look at LeBron James. He's averaging 2 more threes in his entire career He's making them at still the same clip, about 34.5%, 35%. I think he's going to start. I think he's just going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. But the other night, 4-9 from downtown, not too bad. He's just not attacking as much anymore, and you kind of saw this coming. But he's going to have to start making. I think he's going to have to start efficiently making more threes if he wants to give the Lakers a chance. He is playing, was it the most minutes of his career right now? Most minutes since 2016, something like that. This is something I've been saying for the last 2 weeks now. LeBron James and the Lakers are worried right now because their team is not as good as they were anticipating. And LeBron James, he's going to do everything he can do every single night to help give his team more wins. What is that going to do? Burnout or injury? I would not be surprised if LeBron James goes down with an injury. Not a big injury, but, another week, 2 week, 3 week, maybe even a 4 week injury because he's playing. What did he play the other night? 37 minutes. They're playing. Frank Vogel's out there playing him 40. What did he play? 50 minutes against the Kings, 43 the night before. At his age, I'd be a little cautious. But the reason that they have to do this is because you're not getting enough production from anybody not named Russell Westbrook or Anthony Davis. Yeah, you're getting production from Melo. Last night, or the other night, you got actually 0 points, 0 of 7, 0 of 4 from downtown. But the other night, what game was this against the Kings? You had AD score 24, LeBron James score 33, and Russell Westbrook score 25. I'm not great at math, but I believe that number should be at least, it should be like 83 or 84. If your big three top 75 NBA players are averaging, or not averaging, if they score 85 points in a game combined, and you lose, or you either lose or you score 110 and beat the Pistons by 4. No disrespect to the Pistons. I love the Pistons. But the Lakers should be here. The Pistons they're rebuilding. They're down here. The Lakers should be up here. With the amount of talent and veterans that they have, the championship veterans that they have, their talent level should be not even close. So if you're getting 85 points from your big three and you're winning by 4 and only scoring 110 points, it's making me panic for this Lakers team. Now, I'm not going as far to say, they're not going to win a championship anymore because they're going to make adjustments. LeBron James, they make moves. LeBron James is not in a position. He's never really been the type of player ever in his entire career to deal with young players. He can't have players learning as the season goes on. He needs guys, championship players, older players who are ready to go right now. They know what it takes every single night, every single minute on the court. That's what they're going to, I would imagine, that's what they have right now, but I would imagine LeBron James is not done, the Los Angeles Lakers front office is not done making moves. I don't know what a trade would look like, but there are definitely there's some gaps on this Lakers team, and yeah, they're not fully healthy, but come on, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all you guys watching today's video. Hope you have a great Tuesday night, and I'll see you guys later.